A lot of people walk into a Harbor Freight store and buy an item that is going to last them for one project just because they need it right now to cut a tree, a branch, or something like that. This Sawzall came into my garage exactly the same way, and 7 years later I'm making a product review on it because it's still not dead. I paid like $15.99 for this thing, and you would think that would be the cheapest thing in the world, just enough to cut a couple of branches before a little break. But I've cut mighty trees with this thing, including palm trees around my house, branches. I've cut metal with it. I broke maybe 20 or 30 blades on it, and the unit still works really well today. It's a 110 volt unit, so it never really runs out of power. Because of that, you could use it until it overheats, and even when it overheats, it just doesn't blow up. The motors these days seems to be all made the same way. I don't think that you could reinvent the wheel too many times. So if you think that Harbor Freight has cheap stuff and it will not last, you're making the biggest mistake in the world. For some strange reason, a lot of the tools that I bought from them for one-time project, I still seem to have them in my garage. From this reciprocating saw to a angle grinder that I bought 15 years ago just to cut a piece of metal, and then it still runs today. And this is the grinder I'm talking about. This is a Drill Master, and it's one of those things that I bought and I thought I'm going to use one more time. I said if it's going to last me for 1 year, it's still enough, because I paid $9.99 for it with a special coupon that they had. And here it is today, quite a while back, and everything seems to be working fine. Nothing broke on it. I went through maybe 20 blades on it already, and it's still cutting today. The bearing seems to be fine. I've never greased them, I've never oiled them. Somehow they are self-contained and they still work really fine. If you are an expert and you need expert tools for working 7 days a week, 10 hours a day for some kind of a project, Harbor Freight is not a place for you. But if you're just a normal homeowner, going and spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on professional tools that you're going to use once in the blue moon, it makes no sense. Here's a Drill Master drill that I bought just because I was sick and tired of my batteries keep dying in the middle of drilling something, and I was working on a project and I needed something really cheap to drill a couple of holes without keep recharging my batteries, because when they overheat you can't really recharge them, you have to let them cool off. I bought this drill. That was 5-6 years ago, and it's still in my garage with a bit on it, and then I could still make holes whenever I needed. I could mix concrete with it. I could do all the things that I wanted. Yes, it smoked a couple of times because it's not the most performant drill out there, but statement, it still works today. From torque wrenches to all kinds of wrenches here in the back of this wall that you see behind me, to all kinds of other tools. Maybe I've spent $200, $250 in Harbor Freight, and I have everything that I need to be able to run all kinds of projects that I want to run during the day. So that's my point when I'm making this video, is that a lot of people have bad impression about Harbor Freight tools. They just go and spend money for the most expensive DeWalt's and Milwaukee's and other stuff that is out there for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, when in essence these things for an average user work just fine. Thanks for watching.